In the Jurassic Park franchise, there are quite a lot of dinosaur battles to choose from, and Rexy has the scars to prove them. Some short, some long and boring, and some that are just golden. And today I'm going to be ranking the top 10 best dinosaur fights in the whole franchise. In the number 10 spot, we've got Raptor vs Raptor from the Lost World. The reason I've put this in number 10 is because it's only a small fight and wouldn't really be missed if it weren't in the film. There's nothing actually wrong with the fight. I think the fight's alright, but I couldn't put it any higher from 10 because it's mostly in the dark and in the background. In the number 9 spot, we have got Carno vs Sinoceratops. Now the reason this is number 9 and not number 10 is because Carno is my favourite dinosaur, so since it's in my list and my opinion, I decided to put it into number 9. And this fight, speaking of it, had good CGI, and it was really nice to see a Carno go against a herbivore. We haven't seen a Carno in a fight in the whole series. Now the only problems I did have with this fight is if the actual island was erupting, why would the Carno spend its time trying to kill a Sinoceratops rather than running away from the actual volcano? That was the only problem I had with it. Everything else was fine, it's decent length, but it just felt like they wouldn't really do that in this sort of situation. In the number 8 spot today, we have got the final Dominion battle, which is T-Rex and Giga against each other, with the help of Therizinosaurus. Now I really like this because I wanted to see the Giga in a proper fight, which is what we got. It was Rexy versus Giga. The only problem I had is the Giga didn't do anything wrong, but got ganged up on. That's why it's rated in number 8 for a final fight, which is quite low, because there was quite a few problems I had with it, mainly to do with the Giga dying for doing nothing wrong, by getting teamed up on by the fairy and the humans. Apart from that, we had some cool scenes from this fight. CGI was good, I must say. But that was only my main problem, is the Giga dying, and there was too many human scenes. We didn't get to see the proper fight. It was more just in the background while we watched the humans run around trying to get to the helicopter. In the number 7 spot today, we have got Giga vs Rexy, but the prologue. Now, the reason it's a bit higher than the final fight is because it's the first fight we had that weren't on like a main street or any modern place. It was actually where they would have lived, because it was based in prehistoric times. It was all natural fight, no introduction by humans, but it was all really nice just to see something a bit more natural, apex versus apex. Even if it did end up in death, which normally it wouldn't have, it was still nice to see, and that's why I ranked it a bit higher than the actual final fight, especially because the T-Rex didn't get help from any other creature, which made it all that more natural. In the number 6 spot today, we have got a surprising one, Anki vs Indominus. Now, although this is a bit of a weird choice for number 6 for most people, I have my reasons. It was a lovely introduction to the true power and smartness of the Indominus Rex. My main reason for this was, during the scene, you could see when it is attacking the Ankylosaur, it's trying to test. It realizes it can't get through with the scales, so then it scratches the back leg, meaning it can't use its tail, flips it over and goes for the weak spot. That really shows the true IQ of the Indominus Rex, and it was a good introduction to the creature in my opinion. In the number 5 spot, halfway through the list, we've got Indoraptor vs Blue. Now there was only one problem I had with this actual fight. It's an okay fight, good CGI and all that. There's only one problem. One thing I do like though was how Blue showed how much she cared for Owen Grady by jumping at a way stronger creature on her own just to save Owen. Now it shows how much she cared for him to pretty much risk her life just to save him. Now one problem I did have, as you can see, that the Indoraptor did throw Blue around a lot. Now realistically, Blue would not even last this long. When the two leave the room, Indoraptor's got no distractions. Realistically, Blue would have died then and there, because Indoraptor is a genetically modified hybrid with actual Indominus DNA inside of it. Another thing I did like about the fight though was this bit. When the Indoraptor climbed up and realising that there was broken glass, the glass is breakable, Blue was in the background. Blue probably seen the spike below it and how the Indoraptor could fall through. Using its smartness against the Indoraptor, because it knew it couldn't beat in brute strength, jumps on it, causing it to fall down this little glass roof. They're falling and manages to make the Indoraptor fall on top of the spikes while she stays in the middle to dodge both of them. Now, in number 4, we've got T-Rex versus Raptor. The reason I've put this in number 4 is because it was a really nice kick-off to show Rexy's whole life and how she will protect the humans and sometimes kill them, as we saw earlier. But it was really nice seeing the first dinosaur fight in the franchise, and it was quite nice because it showed Rexy's true bite force. Now, one that didn't quite make it on the list was this guy, Oviraptor vs Lystro. The reason it wasn't on the list was because it didn't actually show up in the film, so it didn't really feel right putting it anywhere on the list. Now in the top 3, we've got T-Rex vs Giga. Now, this is the one that's for food. That's the main reason it's in number 3. It might be a bit shocking to see a Dominion fight in number 3, especially such a short one. But the main reason this one is in the list because of the way it ended. This one ended with none of them dead, which shows that not all dinosaur fights have to end in death. This one was just for the food, and because they were both two apex predators trying to find out which one's stronger. That's the main reason I preferred this one. Let me know what you think in the comments.
You put two apex predators in one valley. Pretty soon there's only gonna be one.
Now, in second place, we have got one of my favourites, which is T-Rex versus Spinosaurus. Now, although this one is pretty short, it was the best introduction for the Spinosaurus I think they could have had. It showed its true power in the franchise and how well Assay 87 could fight. This was the only creature as well to kill a T-Rex, unless you count the prologue, which I don't. But it was a really good fight, and it's one of my favourites. Now, in the number 1 spot, the first ever dinosaur fight I saw on the big screen was T-Rex versus Indominus Rex. Now, that is one of the main reasons it's in first, is because I remember going as a kid and seeing this in the cinemas. And I loved it. We even got to see the Raptor squad work together to try and take down the Indominus Rex, which is way bigger than them, just because of their owner. Now, Owen Grady with a gun as well, I mean, that adds something. But I really like seeing the Raptor squad, even though they all died after this. It was just such a good fight to see. We got to see Rexy take revenge on the fallen T-Rex by breaking the Spinosaurus skeleton. We even saw the Indominus Rex finally go against an apex predator, and Rexy also go against the apex predator. It was the first time for both of them. We saw the Rexy was initially winning, and then the Indominus Rex learned how strong it was and realised it had to use its arms against it. Rexy didn't have the arms, so it was outmaneuvered by that. And that's what made Rexy lose most of the fight. It got it down to the ground, smashed it through the building, and it just showed how incredibly smart and strong the Indominus Rex was. And one of the best things I think we got to see was a team up of the mighty and the small. We've got Blue, which I actually genuinely thought was dead when it got hit against the wall, but apparently she wasn't. And we got to see them both fight the Indominus Rex together. Obviously, it was a actual reasonable team up because this Indominus Rex was not natural, which I really liked about this team up rather than the Giga one. And I also liked how Rexy was like, okay, you helped me from death. I'm not gonna hurt you. We're chill now. And I just think this fight was one of the best revival to the franchise. And they really did well on this. And that is all 10 ranked. So I'd like to say thank you everybody so much for watching this video if you've got this far. And I really hope you enjoy my own personal opinion of ranking these. The reason I put this in first, I've already said, is because this was one of my favourites, so I had to put it there. And make sure you smash like and subscribe if you did enjoy. It's completely free and it really helps me out. Without further ado, let's say goodbye.